think I need to
And I'm
change
not
my
making fun of you, labeling. I just love your expressions so goddamn
Is
much.
this the new or the old French toast?
This is the new.
So what you're saying, it's closer to a fucking cube than to a slice of bread.
Yes.
Okay. Phil, get over to your spot in the RP. You will read your parts, okay? Which actually you wrote a
We're
lot.
reading the Varel bit.
Yes, you're going to read the Varel bits. Not just your lines. Not just your spoken lines, but all the stuff you wrote.
All the stuff I wrote. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Gotcha.
Because
Okay.
I can't... some of the stuff is would be best in your voice.
Okay.
Okay, so Hebe, you're talking to Charlie here. Actually, you're gonna be here, and I gotta put unpossessed, Victoria, Manfred, everybody. Because I had their possessed ones on there. Where's images? Tokens. Here we go. NPCs. Wow, these are old. Okay, so Villas, you're gonna be hanging out in here, and Hilda's gonna be healing you. Oh, fuck. Okay, Hilda is not gigantic woman, no. Manfred, I'm gonna put you up here. Mary Tate, where did I put you, Mary Tate? Oh, that's right, I don't have...
He was in the top right corner.
No, I don't have an unpossessed version of her token. Hold on. I'll just get her old token. NPCs. Here's her old token. She'll be healing Mayor Pentel. I should have realized that she would need an unpossessed version. So we got Octavia. I put them all in the bigger cells for resting. Old Mayor Pentel. So nobody wants to be in cheap little cells. Victoria, where are you? My love, where did you go? There she is. Okay. She's going to be talking to Hebe in a minute. Ekov, you're going to be here. Makoto, put yourself wherever you want. Lenore, you be wherever you want. And Clank is where he's supposed to be. Varel, just put Rudy wherever you want him. Yeah, I know, right? You guys are just chatting. Makoto is cute.
Rudy is fine where he is right now.
Okay. Alrighty then. So we'll start with GMRP. I'm gonna read. Varel and I are gonna Phil and I are gonna read Varel's, and then we'll do. Hera doesn't want to read theirs because sound quality's not great. So I'll read that separately on my. Just like. Amy, did you read that one yet with Hera? Because if not, I'll just read it now.
How recently did you post it?
Today at 6:46 p.m.
No, I haven't read that.
Okay, I'll read it out loud, and Hera can re-record it with me later if they want. And then, Ekov, do you want to read yours?
That sounds good, and Ekov's not in call yet.
Oh, fuck. He's not home yet. I told him, listen, he bought a TV for $450, right? Well, not a TV, but a monitor. And it's like a 32-inch monitor. But then for the Black Friday sale at the Best Buy he works, there's a 48-inch one that's $50 less. So he's returning the one he just bought and buying the other one. And I told him, I don't know if you have time to do that and come back before 7. Because he dropped me off at the house. And he's like, I don't know what time they close. And he kind of brushed it off and didn't answer me. I'll read his, and hopefully he logs in before we're done. Okay. Everybody cool with that? He knows what time session starts. We're already 40 minutes late, so. Okay. Ah, dang, that's a lot of reading for me. Oh, well.
Sorry if I contributed to the lateness.
How about if you contributed what?
I said sorry if I contributed to the lateness.
No. I brought home the monitor, well, because Ekov drove me home, so he brought the extra monitor. But for whatever reason, the ports are not right on my computer for it. I do not know why. I'm gonna have to figure it out. And then I had to microwave food, and then I had to microwave mom food, and I didn't even check on my pigs. And Sophie and Einstein are fighting over turkey. And I was looking at voice modulators because I have to do a lot of voices. And so I downloaded one, but it wants money. And then I was like, oh, fuck you. You said it was free. So that's why I'm late.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Yeah, free for money.
Yeah, free for money. Yeah, free for money. Fuck you, voice mod. Yeah, I said it on stream. Anyway. All right, so let me get into.
I forgot I had him steal a donut. Oh gosh.
Yes, he did. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Are we all ready now? If you're ready, say you're ready.
I'm ready.
Ready.
Hera.
Ready.
Yee. Okay. All right. Marcus.
Hi.
I just started, Amy.
Sorry, I'm muttering to myself.
Mute
I'll
yourself.
Stop that.
Mute yourself until I'm done, or I will mute you.
I'm sorry, I'll mute myself.
Thank you. Mutter to yourself while muted. Jesus. All right. Marcus doesn't wake for a long time. Beryl slept a full 8 hours, and still the man didn't stir. His breathing was soft and unburdened, so it seems his lungs had healed well enough. His face twitched occasionally with discomfort, his lips moving but his throat making no sound. Occasionally his shoulders twitch as well. His legs do not move at all. They lie limply, the nerves severed with his spinal column. It's not until well into the next day that his eyes finally drift open.
Beryl is a light sleeper, though this time around he slept longer than he's used to. Fitful as his slumber was, he rose when he could not find more rest. Not that he expected it. Dreams and visions that haunt even his waking thoughts and his nights never at peace. So when Marcus is not up by the time he has rested, Beryl sits in the chair he has occupied the entirety of his rest, cleaning his weapons. The flail he returns to the pack, after oiling the chain and wraps it up. He does not expect to need it anytime soon. For the glaive, he checks the harness, so he can easily draw it from the bag where it is out of the way. The moon sword, though. He eyes the weapon carefully, still wondering why it was bestowed upon him by Selûne. He is not her follower. He also is not sure how much he agrees with her on various points. But there it is. He feels some of her power coursing through him, words and blessings to steel him for his task. Beryl has slept, and yet he is tired down to his bones. His eyes fall on Marcus, crippled, and more so than before. He audibly grinds his teeth in frustration as Marcus's eyes open at last.
Marcus's eyes travel around the room through half-open lids. After a long moment, they fall on Beryl. There is a glint when he sees the man, a flash of green in the lamplight. How long was I out? His voice was rough, his throat dry.
Veril, eyes still dark, and the sword still over his knees, answers immediately. Too long, Marcus. There's a hollow rasp in that voice. It is the sound of a sword sharpened, judgment passed. His eye, the eyes of Helm, are clearly visible on the gauntlets, where Veril's hands grip the moonsword just a little bit too hard.
Marcus looks long at the sword. Are you preparing for another fight, friend? Friend. Marcus has never called Veril this.
Veril seeks Marcus's eyes, his heavily ringed eyes bearing an expression of fighting between anger, disappointment, and hurt. Marcus. The name is said soft, with affection, but the pained expression seems to dig itself into the grooves of Veril's face.
The corners of his mouth lift dryly. You're upset with me, I see. He looks down at his broken arms, all the way down to his useless legs. I guess I can't stop you from yelling at me. There was a raspy chuckle. Though, you already have to know why I did what I did. He gives Veril a full, gentle smile. Maldred is sealed away for good. His eyes glint green again, trapped forever in the broken and useless body of a defeated man that has lost everyone he loves.
Anger, no, fury flashes in Veril's eyes. This is not redemption, he grinds out hoarsely through clenched teeth. This, Marcus, is you throwing away the responsibility I promised to help you carry. The disappointment sits heavy in the room. Veril's voice has not yet risen much, as if weighed down. He takes a shuddering breath, and his jaw pops as he strains to unclench it. For good, you say? No. Only for as much time as you have left, and your sacrifice made it harder to save the townfolk.
Shirking responsibility? You were going to help me carry it? Dark chuckle ejects from Marcus's throat, echoing strangely off the stone walls. This was my responsibility alone to bear. I could not drag you down into it. His eyes turn dark. You're already being dragged down into the darkness, aren't you?
Maldred was not your responsibility. Veril jumps up, his temper flaring, the moonsword clattering to the ground. For a moment he stands there, fists clenched, his armor creaking and grinding, desperate for the words to explain. He looks at Marcus, and while his anger does not leave him, close to the surface as it is these days, but it softens. He crouches next to Marcus's bed, as much eye level as he can. Listen to me, Marcus. I dragged that necromantic turd out of you, and I dragged him out of Villas, and by Helm, I did not think it could be done by someone like me. And if you had the brilliant idea to invite him back in, because you feel responsible what that fucking parasite did while steering your body? Veril's disbelief and frustration echo through the chamber, his voice sounding higher. You know you nearly died, and I could not heal you, because you barred yourself against Helm by scratching off the protection we placed on you together. And then what? Did you know we could seal him in you at all, or did you just hope.
Marcus's smile grows wider. He lifts his one halfway good hand, hanging limply by the wrist, and brings it to Veryl's shoulder. He loves you so much. Marcus's eyes change before his eyes from a soft brown to a hard emerald. I think it was the fact that you couldn't love him in return that drove him away from you. He chuckled softly again, almost fondly. He'd drag himself across broken glass on hell's floor for you, but you are incapable of love, aren't you?
All emotion drains from Veryl's face and posture. Veryl rises, with a calm belying his outburst. Ah, he says. A simple sound, but for Veryl, it signifies understanding. The room seems both darker and lighter at the same time. Veryl bends to pick up the moon sword with careful hands and a quiet prayer asking for forgiveness for dropping it. Veryl puts the sword aside, then turns to address Maldred and Marcus. Do you understand love, Mal? Truly.
Maldred laughs high and dark. Marcus's body shakes painfully from it, but he ignores it. Love? I know better than love. Loyalty deeper than the ocean, and devotion higher than any mountains. All I do is for my lady, and she rewards me with eternity at her side.
Ah. Again a short sound. Veryl looks at Maldred, and an expression of pity creeps upon his haggard features. So you really are that clueless? An amused laugh shakes Veryl, and quickly turns into a coughing fit. The fit lasts a few moments, but eventually Veryl recovers. Nonetheless, I'm glad even you have somebody you want to be close to. Veryl halts and wonders for a moment. Is he? She is surprised to find that he is. Veryl shrugs and turns to leave.
Maldred's laugh hits Veryl's back. I'm so glad you understand now. He does feel bad, you know. He's crying. Maldred puts his broken hand to his chest. Right here. Pain. Regret. I should have trusted him. Marcus's pain gas ejects from his throat, real for the first time, before it is quickly buried again by Maldred. So much lovely despair. Maldred continues to chuckle to himself in content. Just wait. You haven't seen anything yet.
Yes, I do understand, Veryl says without turning. Then he gazes over his shoulder. I'm not as clever as you or Marcus. I'm not a scholar. But even I recognize a dog when I see one. Veryl turns his head forwards again and leaves, the door closing heavy behind him. I really need to talk to Hebe, he muses.
Yay. That one was so good. Thank you so much, Phil. Amazing
Sure.
as always. Okay, so then I'll read Hera's, unless Hera feels confident that there won't be any background noise and wants to read their parts.
Nope, the audio bleeds bad right now. Sorry.
Audio bleeds bad. Got it. All right, it's not that long. It's not as long as this one, so it's fine. The battle, if it could be called that, was over. There'd been no casualties. Yet, anyway. Marcus lay limp in Veryl's arms, broken arms dangling. Would he wake up? Would he be okay? Charlie put a hand through his hair as he surveyed the scene. Well, better get everyone free and tend the wounded. Victoria walked up next to him, trying to rub the tattoo off the back of her hand. How does this come off? She asked, deeply upset. Charlie jumped. Victoria, how did you get free? Magic, she said enigmatically. Are you upset with me? She gave the boy a long look. Her dark green eyes were narrowed. Not with you, no. Hebe let out a long, drawn-out sigh. She was sitting against the wall of the prison block, legs spread out on the floor. She addressed them without looking. That was an amateur mistake. I know. Victoria looked at her sharply. What are you whining about, child? I should have replaced the hairpin with a ribbon, she replied in a matter-of-fact tone. Also, I'm 33. I'm just short. That happens sometimes. Being so concerned with what's hidden that what's obvious is forgotten. She wasn't going to admit it, at least not now, but she was concerned for Victoria's safety back in the cell. She felt a twinge of guilt that she'd been the one in the most immediate danger, aside from Villas. Her mind was now circling a different question, though. Why? Why was Maldred so desperate not to die that he would rather be a wretched ghost or hide inside a gem for centuries? Perhaps Mycota had found something in those old journals. Then again, she was a bit prickly about sharing information, it seemed. Victoria scoffed. I am 333, so to me you are a child. And do not blame yourself for what has transpired here. This is all Maldred's fault. Charlie nodded emphatically. You've done nothing but your best, and that's all we can ask of you. That was weirdly compassionate of you, Hebe remarked, raising an eyebrow. But if you're calling yourself a grandma, well, I guess maybe today is a win. Slowly she stands and begins to put her weapons away. Her eyes linger for a moment on the edge of her short sword, turning it to allow the recently added nick to catch the light. Hebe's eyes shoot to Charlie. I appreciate the sentiment, but if this is my best, then we're royally fucked. Victoria, she continues, shifting her gaze, do you, by chance, have a place that this can be fixed? I'm beginning to feel woefully ill-equipped. It seems like magic might just be the only way to fight a ghost. And I've been running into other weird things that don't seem to be very injured by regular weapons. In case you haven't noticed, I'm not a wizard. And I feel really uncomfortable asking Veryl to do this churchy thing on my weapons all the time. This is already a spare, since I screwed up my other short sword pretty bad. I won it in a carnival game, but I'm pretty sure it was rigged, so it was kind of a gift. She takes a breath, then pulls her cloak closer over her shoulders. But more to the point, I have some reading to do. I need to figure out why. You still have Maldred's journals in the library? Victoria takes the sword from Hebe's hands roughly and inspects the blade. This is excellent craftsmanship. You should be treating it better, she scolded. Her expression becomes less severe when she sees the beaten look on Hebe's face. I think I can fix this and make it even better. I will borrow it for now. Charlie stepped up then. If you want to learn more about 300 years ago, we have some logbooks and history items upstairs at the station, he offers enthusiastically. Well, I was trying to cut off a man's cursed golden hand to stop a ghost from living in his body in a tight space, no less, Hebe retorted snipishly. If I were mistreating it, I wouldn't care that it's already chipped. Ekov made it, I think. Nevertheless, Hebe relinquishes the blade and its leather sheath, allowing them to lay flat in Victoria's hands. Turning to Charlie, she nods. Well, now that I'm out of the fight for the foreseeable future, Hebe remarks, turning her dagger in her palm before returning to its proper place in her belt. I suppose we've got all day. Apparently, we have to kill something else before we can bury the worm for good. I have almost no leads, and it could be something so vague and esoteric as the night itself. I'm not sure how we decapitate that. So maybe if I can figure out why the spineless coward was content to be stuck in a shiny rock for centuries, maybe we can figure out what's keeping him around. Charlie nodded. Upstairs, then. Hildegard and Mary are tending the wounded, and I don't want to be in the way. Hebe shoots him a sideways glance. You've proven more than capable. He blushes a little. I can stitch you up in a jiffy, but they're the real experts. He nodded over to the two women. Hildegard was expertly cleaning Villas's wounds. A card floated in the air, giving off a gentle yellow light that seemed to make him look less haggard. Mary Tate had her hands spread out in front of her as red light emanated from her palms, healing former Mayor Pentel. Oh, they have magic, Hebe replied sheepishly, averting her gaze. Okay, so next is Ikov, what he was up to. Maldred was defeated in a way. Battle was won and no one died. It was a good feeling. Victoria sits at a table, Hebe's chipped sword in her hands. It's an Ikov special, and she handles it carefully. She respects the workmanship while muttering under her breath. How am I supposed to mend this? Oi! What are you yabbering about? Ikov approaches Victoria and tilts his head. You ever get that thing done for Chop? He's been waiting so eagerly he hasn't even bothered to come to our recent adventurers without it. Victoria barely looks up from her study. Yes, and I've already outfitted him. He should be outside keeping guard. She goes back to her muttering. I can revamp the hilt to something more useful. Do you need help? You're looking at that sword like the bloody book. Ikov will get closer and take a deeper look at this weapon. Oh! I made that one personally. Hebe won it a while back. Is there something wrong? Victoria looks at him in disbelief. You made this blade. It's exquisite. Your thief managed to nick it in the fight. Ikov laughs and picks up the blade. I'm flattered. I've always had to leave a stamp on them, too, at the bottom of the hilt. They're designs from my homeland. Nothing special. Ikov will inspect the blade. How's it damaged? Must have hit something awful strong to break it or even bend one of these. Victoria gave him a rare, appreciative look. I'd be happy to trade some of your knowledge for my own. She nods over to where Marcus lays. We need to get him at least slightly mobile if they are to take him back to Dragonhaven. Ikov will rub his beard, contemplating before thinking of a solution that might help. I could, no saying it'll work, use the bars in the jail to keep him up like some knockoff splints. And that is that one. So Ikov will be working on that. But before that, we have the latest one, which I was typing right up until this session started. So I'll start that now. This is going to be rough. Sometime after Marcus leaves Varel. Right there, that's the spot. Marcus gently instructs Victoria as she works on his broken hand. She had a thin screwdriver in the joint, feeling around for the spot Hebe had chopped into. Connect that there. Victoria pushed her magic through her faithful screwdriver, and after a minute, the joint was mended. There we go. Marcus hissed in delight as he flexed his hand for the first time in half a day. He clenched his hand into a fist and relaxed it. His eyes glittered green as he grinned at Victoria. Now the other one. Victoria felt a chill run through her and turned away from him. She walked over to Clank, who was still holding the remains of Marcus's other hand. Come on, give it up, she told the robot sternly. Clank pulled the hand away out of Victoria's reach. Victoria held her screwdriver up menacingly. It wasn't a normal screwdriver. The handle was fat, and different tools could be seen shifting and changing with clockwork precision. Clank lowered his arm so Victoria could retrieve the broken hand. She held the shattered remains in both hands delicately. Even ruined as it was, she could see the intricate parts and gears that made it move fluidly, like a real hand. She was amazed by the technology and the sheer artistic expression within the craftsmanship shown here. She meditated on it for a full minute as the parts pulled back together. Once it was complete, she returned to Marcus. She passed Varel on the way and saw his expression pensive. The lines on his face were carved deep with both concern and, further down, rage. She'd seen him angry before, but not like this. She hesitated a moment, wanting to say something, but no words came to her. She looked away and kept walking. In his brooding, he didn't even notice her. When she got back to Marcus, she found that he had managed to pull himself into a half-sitting position. He grinned wide when he saw his other hand. "You did it!" "You're awfully cheerful for a man in your state," she said grimly as she nodded to his legs. "Oh, these? Worry not. We can force them to function, with your help. But first, my hand, please." He gave her an endearing smile, his eyes glittering green again. "All right, keep your pants on," she muttered as she sat on the small stool next to the makeshift bed they had prepared for Marcus after the battle. "No promises," he said as he winked at her. Her frown deepened. He was acting very much unlike himself. Had he hit his head as well? She gave him the full force of her glare and he chuckled. "Am I not your type?" he teased. He looked down the hallway behind her to Veryl's back. "Maybe our heroic paladin has caught your eye." She scoffed immediately, which nudged her hands as she was mending the metal hand back to its arm. She readjusted quickly. "No," she said shortly, keeping her eyes on her work. Once the hand was back in place, Marcus tested it with relish, flexing and turning it at different angles. "Victoria, your work is impeccable," he smiled at her again. "I really do appreciate this." "You won't be able to leave my town until you can move around on your own," Victoria said firmly. "I don't want you here causing any more trouble for us." Is that really it? Marcus mused. "Well, next is the tricky part." Using his newly fixed hands, he shifted his body around so he was facing away from Victoria. He rested his weight entirely on his hands. "Lift up my shirt." With great hesitation, Victoria pulled up the back of Marcus's shirt. Her eyes fall first to the scarification Hevia had inflicted with her dagger, a rough sign of Irodrasel, a seal keeping Maldred buried deep inside of Marcus. Next, she saw the spine, in the middle of his back, shock crossing her face. It was protruding through his skin, clad in gold. She touched it gently with the tip of one gloved finger, and the gold shifted and moved fluidly at her touch. She pulled back immediately. "So, can you help?" For the first time, anxiousness creeped into his voice. She made a long noise of deep concern. His vertebra had been shattered by Clank's drill. The gold was trying to piece them back together, shifting unevenly, filling the gaps. It was nauseating to watch. I can try to guide the pieces back into place, but I can't fix your nerves. They were completely shredded, and without them, you won't be able to move your legs. You'll never feel anything below your ribcage again." He craned his head back as far as he could. Not like I was using anything down there anyway. "Something is very wrong with you," she said sharply, no longer able to hide her irritation, even if he was wounded. "You've been poisoned in the head." She focused her attention on the work in front of her, the tangled mess of bone and gold poking out of his skin. He shrugged as best as he could. "Maybe I've just gained a new perspective on life." "Nearly dying will do that." "Exactly. I decided this time around, why not have fun for a change?" She frowned deeply. "What are you talking about?" She looked up at his face again and jumped back in alarm. Instead of their murky brown pools, Marcus's eyes were hard emeralds. His grin was wide. "Maldred!" she accused. "Oh, wow! You figured out much sooner than I'd opened the armor. Congratulations!" Finally, someone with smarts around here. He spun himself around deftly with a grace he previously hadn't exhibited. He stretched his legs out gingerly. At first, they were reluctant to budge, but slowly he forced them into crude movement. He tested one foot on the floor at a time, then gingerly put his weight on both feet. "Look at that! You're a genius!" He wobbled, then fell forward. Victoria caught him reflexively. "Oh, why, thank you." Without warning, he cupped her face with his hands. "You truly are a beautiful creature. I knew from the moment I saw you, all those centuries ago. You were so small then, timid, scared." She pushed him back, then slapped him across the face. "I will kill you!" she screamed. And everybody start. Victoria's screaming again.
to be fair, my scene was much shorter than this. So technically, Beryl figured it out much quicker. Also, who the fuck let Victoria back in there?
You didn't stop her. You were busy brooding.
I was busy brooding because, yes, I was immediately trying to inform somebody.
Yeah, you were looking for Hebe, but Hebe's upstairs. What do you want?
I'm just gonna say I'm not completely happy with the amount of time that has passed since Beryl exited. But
I mean, I could have collaborated with you more.
We don't have to retcon anything. It's just I'm just gonna point that out.
How about don't?
Because
How about don't?
No, I'm just gonna say it.
Oh, okay. Well, we don't have to keep this in the video.
No, it's perfectly fine. Okay. Victoria screams, Beryl was brooding, and I think let's just place Beryl over here for now.
Okay. All right, who wants to run to the room first? Victoria's threatening to kill someone.
My Coda's gonna run over here, and Ripley's going with her.
Yeah, she's pointing a gun at Marcus. Which, my Coda, remember, you don't know Marcus is Maldred right now.
She's like, what's going on now?
Is Rudy just there, Farrell?
Yep.
Okay.
Rudy was there to keep an eye.
Oh, okay, cool. So he didn't inform you on anything that was happening. Okay.
No. It's mostly kind of keeping an eye on things.
Yeah. Yeah. I watched the entire time, boss.
Yeah, totally.
Victoria screams. She's like, Maldred is awake. And she's got the gun pointed at Marcus. And he's just like holding his hands up, kind of like sheepishly.
She wants to inspect him.
Okay. Roll insight on Marcus.
That's
Okay. You don't see any Maldred.
She's like, what are you talking about?
Are you blind? She's not lowering the gun, but she is looking at you, and so Marcus is gonna make a snatch. Hold on, let's see if he's quick enough. He's got his back leaning against the table that he was sitting on, so he's being held. No, he's not good at it. No, he just tries to make a grab, and she pulls the gun up out of his way and then points it back at him again. And he's like, listen, I just don't want you to hurt anyone, including me. Rudy?
Rudy starts sitting on top of Marcus's head.
Rudy, I'm not a roost. I know it's a bit messy up there. He goes to put his hand up to, like, shoo Rudy away.
Rudy pecks at the hand.
It's metal, and he doesn't feel it.
Yeah. Doesn't care.
Yeah.
Taking time for Beryl to arrive, if I may.
Okay. Lenore, are you going to head over as well? You heard yelling, murderous yelling.
Yeah, I can't move my token.
Oh. It's locked. I've unlocked it. You can move it now.
I was really confused.
Why was it locked?
I don't know.
How to detach?
Oh, I'll do it. It's they just changed it recently. Detach. Okay. Detached.
You stay here. You can still have your
Donut,
thing.
yeah. Jelly
And
donut.
then, yeah. No!
Detach the jelly donut. Okay. Oh no!
Poor Squawk and his jelly donut. He just wanted a donut.
He just wanted
Okay,
a
yeah,
donut.
I'm working my way up.
Okay. Beryl, you'll get there next. Victoria's got a gun pointed at Maldred.
This is kind of cage door, right?
I mean, it's open.
Okay, in that case he goes in. Victoria, pointing gun at people again. Wonderful.
I will kill him. I will kill him so much. Her hand is kind of shaking a little bit as she's holding it. He destroyed my home.
Kill him once he's out of Marcus.
If I kill Marcus, I can get him out.
And then what? He does the whole ghosty thing again and goes somewhere else. No, right now he's locked.
Her one eye is just twitching.
And oh, I see. He has use of his hands again. Wonderful.
I thought that we should get rid of him as quickly as possible. Marcus had caused enough trouble here. I felt bad for him. She's looking at Maldred now.
Look. Marcus was fucking hers. And it would have been fine if his hands were not of use right now.
Oh, I can easily dismantle them again.
Maybe later.
My coda?
My coda says if Maldred is in Marcus now, we can't kill him without the phylactery, so tying him up would be better.
Do we have a fucking idea where the phylactery is?
I could kill
Marcus
him.
said it's a place.
Oh, no. You know, one of these days, maybe in the far future, when I'm an old and tired man, okay, I'm already a tired man, but an old man,
You're already old.
there will eventually be an instance where things have a simple solution. And on that day, I shall remember all this fucking bullshit that went on here.
Look, I'm not causing any trouble. His hands are actively being pecked by Rudy, and he's kind of now just kind of playing with Rudy. Just at this point.
Rudy shifts to pecking the top of his head hard.
Jeez, fuck, bird, get the fuck off me. Let's see.
If you hold still.
I am being held at gunpoint. You absolute moron.
Yes, you are. So hold still. Or I might just get it into my head that I don't like Marcus that much at all.
Oh, we both knew that. He does hold still.
Good boy.
Oh, Daddy.
If it pleases you to call me that, then sure, go ahead.
He's just grinning. Like, listen, you guys can't kill me, so I'm just gonna enjoy myself for a little while.
Yeah, you could have done that before.
No, this is much more fun.
I see.
Lenore, what do you make of all of this?
I think she's mostly just watching, trying to figure out if it's like always Mildred. She hasn't quite figured out how this is working. She's gotten from context clues that obviously this is Maldred right now. So I think at the moment she's mostly just kind of like peering in.
You gonna try to call to Marcus?
I wouldn't know how to phrase it.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Yeah. Victoria is still got her gun trained on him though. And her hands are shaking. Does anyone want to try to stop her?
Veril calmly places a hand on Victoria's shoulder.
There's kind of like a breaking at that point, and the gun goes off, but firing into the wall over Marcus's shoulder. She drops the gun, like not out of her hand. She drops her arm and just hangs limply, and her shoulders are shaking and her head is bowed.
Clue what's going on? What your history with this bullshit is?
He destroyed my home. My entire city was gone. I dragged my brother out of there while the whole place was dying.
And you're wanting for revenge.
Not revenge. Justice.
The best justice is for you to go on fucking living. And not make this deal more complicated than it has to be.
Everyone, get out of my town. Take him out of here. I do not want to see him ever again.
What are we supposed to do? Put him in a wagon?
Carry him for all. I do not care. She pushes past everyone here and just somewhere else. Well, that could have gone better.
Yep.
Marcus
Honestly, generally, pastoral welfare would be fun. If that, like, each village or town had something like that. But no.
Maldred's trying out his legs again. They don't really want to work. He's kind of forcing them, and there is kind of a, like, it looks painful, but he doesn't care what he's putting Marcus's body through.
So
May I
it looks
give you-
like you're going to break it more. If your goal is to move, stop doing that. You're going to make it even harder to move.
I mean, I don't really care. I mean,
Didn't you want to move? Obviously, you're trying to move.
I mean, Veril can carry me. That's nice.
What if he doesn't want to?
I guess I won't be getting out of town then, since I'm not allowed to walk.
Wheels exist.
You're a funny bird.
Okay.
There are so many options. We're spoiled for choice.
Okay, so Hebe, look, I'm gonna put you here with ads, Hebe. 'Cause I don't have upstairs. I don't know why I never made it, but Charlie's gonna sit here with books, and you're gonna sit here with him, and Phil, Stop playing. Anyway,
I'm not playing.
I saw you.
I was just wondering why the pot was standing in the chimney.
It wasn't standing in the chimney. Anyway, Charlie's got all of the books and logs from upstairs, and you and him are going through them. Hebe, what exactly are you looking for right now? Like, what keywords are we looking for?
If anything specific, scripts that are in Infernal.
No, nothing's written in Infernal. These are from the townspeople. Most of it's written in Common. Some of it's written in Elvish. But like, what you looking up? Maldred? Are you looking up the incident?
Yes. But like, he was more looking for like Maldred's personal stuff.
Personal stuff, like where he lived, because you guys know that.
Yeah, like if I'm not mistaken, they have his journal, right?
No, you guys have not Maldred's journal. You have the one that he kind of co-wrote with Marcus, back when Marcus was still like ultra possessed. There's some boxes with some more books in them.
Okay, I must have confused them with something else.
And then like my coda read villagers' journals from the townspeople's point of view at the library. These are like police reports and Charlie's like ancestors, their reports of the time.
Okay. Did they have like this is gonna be a long shot. Did they have like a wizard profiler?
Wizard profile? No, the town was never that big.
Okay, well then it feels with what Hebe was looking for specifically like a dead end.
Mm-hmm.
But then she'll think about it. And then how long do they keep weather reports around for?
Oh, they've got them. They've got all of them.
Okay. So yeah, she will ask Charlie about that.
Oh, yeah, we keep weather
and then,
reports.
Yeah, she's gonna start looking for things that happened that were weird before Maldred showed up.
Because we use empirical data for forecasting weather. He's going through one of the logbooks. So we keep everything for the past, I don't know, ever since the town was founded. And it's like going through, like, I don't know the exact date he showed up, but let's go by when Victoria showed up. And then a few years. Okay. Okay, I think I have something here. We had a chilly summer that year.
I don't know if that's that weird.
He turns a few more pages. Well,
Anything?
I
I didn't get a lot of information. All I got was the sound of like feathers, like like flapping.
wings.
Yeah, but not like a bat. They sound different.
Like a bird, like
And-
like squawk.
Bird adjacent. I guess it. There wasn't any visual, or the visual was just dark. And then there was like wings noise. We think, oh, dark and wings. It's probably like, oh, bat, because they're around.
What?
But no, it was like feathers, I think.
When did you hear this?
After Marcus got knocked out.
Huh. And anything else?
Just that until we deal with that, we can't deal with Maldred. He's like a puppet or something.
Who told you this?
She's gonna lean close and be like, listen, can't tell at the lady with the white hair, that Noir lady, you can't tell her.
He leans forward. He's like, we're keeping secrets from Noir? I'm down.
Oh, okay.
I don't
yeah,
like her.
she wants
she
this
accosted
thing,
me.
and yeah, no, that wasn't cool. She wants that. You know how she was talking about this golden box?
His eyes wide. You have the box?
Yeah, but what's more important is what's in the box, and it's pretty weird.
Do I want to? Is this one of those things where if I know, I'm gonna die?
No, I'm gonna make it brief, but this is a your ears only kind of thing, and you're not gonna tell other people about it.
All right, hold on one second. He goes over to the door. He casts a charm on it, and then he comes back. He's like, okay, all right, nobody can hear us now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. I was worried about that, but I have no way to check if a wizard's looking at me.
No, these doors have privacy things on them. It's for when prisoners are visiting family and their lawyers.
Eligicel is in the box.
The angel?
Yes.
The entire angel.
Her dismembered beating heart.
Oh my God! Why would you tell me this?
You asked.
I asked if this could kill me, and apparently yes. And I didn't want to know. Okay. Hebe, please be honest with me. Why do you have an angel still beating hard inside of a golden box?
Because a crazy elf with too much money and not even half as much sense decided to put it in the middle of a machine that he wanted to make fly.
Prendergast?
Yeah.
That sounds like something he would do.
Yeah, I was trying to get him to pay me for, I did a delivery. I was like, hey, maybe I'll see him, maybe he'll pay me. And then I hear the thing screaming.
You work for Prendergast? Why? He's awful.
I don't work for him. I was doing one job.
Hebe.
I'm starting to regret it.
Hebe, he's giving you like a disappointed look.
Yeah, I know. I needed money to like eat and stuff.
Oh. You could have joined the Night Watch. You're bloody good with a dagger.
She looks and it's like, you know what I do, right?
No. You know what? As a police officer, I probably shouldn't.
Yeah, we're not gonna have this conversation.
Okay, we didn't have this conversation.
Not having. But yeah,
But anyway,
I liberated this.
He's rubbing the spot between both of his eyebrows. Sure.
And yeah, it was talking.
Oh, the beating heart is talking to you?
That's
Um,
cool. That's fine.
I know that's the weird thing that happens to me, and she'll like flip her hands in the air, like kind of flip her hands, and be like mock excited, but very much not excited.
Looks at the camera in sitcom.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
She's like
And
grit her teeth, like have to take something. Yeah. I hate it, but it happens.
and Illa Drizel.
Yeah.
She told you about the flapping wings.
I was like, oh, who was it? And then that was all I got was a sound and that it was dark, and that's it.
Well, I mean, can you ask her now? Can you ask her again? Oh God, please. I don't know if I can handle that, actually.
Don't worry, you won't hear it, and I don't have to bring it out.
Okay, that's good. I ate not too long ago, and I don't want to revisit that.
Yeah, no, I get it. I'm sorry, I was being a little graphic.
It's okay. It's okay. No, we're good. This is good. This is fine. Let me know what she tells you.
So if I listen to the brain space, is there room for a response, or is it silence?
Oh, Illa Drizel is there.
Okay. So she'll think and so she'll be like, "Hey, we're getting questions."
Oh, it's good, young Cooper. I'm keeping Maldred contained in that flesh prison that he's in.
Yeah, that
Yes?
So I'm trying to do the legwork to figure out who the boss or whatever is of him.
Oh,
And I know you told me all you can tell me, but I'm getting asked if you can actually tell me more, which I'm with the way this stuff works, I'm figuring you can't. And like, I don't know, whatever it is, if you talk about it, it'll kill us or something weird.
well, it won't kill you. But the more you know, the more attention it'll bring to you. And I'd rather have you undercover.
She looks at her hair, which is like brilliant white, thinks about the fact that she glows, and it's like, well, at least one of you thinks that. Because the other one really doesn't.
Well, what does the young man want to know?
He wants to know if you can actually tell us who it is, because I mean, maybe you have specific rules that you're dealing with. So I think like if you just gave me like weird sound vision, that's all you can tell me.
If I gave you a name, that would immediately draw attention, and I am in no state to defend myself. But I can give you hints, because if you find the name, then they won't find me.
People like pause, look back to her, and she's like, "Yeah, so it's like, oh, this is weird. How do I describe this? So it's like backwards dog whistle."
What should we do? What should we play 20 questions?
No, apparently, if Lidricel says the name, this thing will know where we are,
Oh, that's not good.
or like put attention on us, whatever that means.
Oh, that's very not good. There's only a few things that can do that.
Yeah, that's not my field of expertise.
Well, I mean, that actually narrows things down a lot, and I don't like any of those options, actually.
Well, I mean, we're dealing with a weird ghost worm guy.
Oh, this is bad. This is really
And
bad.
somebody who could apparently take an idiot wizard and make them be able to, turn themselves into a ghost when they were dead or whatever.
He picks up a book that looks a lot like a Bible, and he starts leafing through that. So we're like talking serious death powers, and they shall not be named. I'm still looking at like half a dozen names here.
Like, yeah, I figured if it was me that blew this wide open when you guys have been living with this, I'd feel real bad and weird.
I mean, well, you guys have made more progress. I mean, Maldred was just sealed away for 300 years while we suffered. We didn't know to go any deeper into it. I mean, apparently, from what you guys have been saying, his phylactery was like not even in misery.
Oh yeah, the rich idiot. He
Really?
apparently he had it,
Prendergast.
and yes.
Where did he get it from?
I don't freaking know.
Hebe.
What?
What if he got it from the same person?
She shrugs. Like, then it was magic?
God, I don't like this.
You think I do?
I just don't like this.
You know, I just want to bury this worm and get this over with.
Why do you keep calling him worm?
I don't know, because he's like... You know how someone's like a slimy person, but not like their personality's slimy?
Yeah.
And he's kind of like a coward, so he's like spineless.
Okay, but worms are useful.
Yeah, but like...
Like, why isn't he like, I don't know, like a stomach parasite or something? Like a leech.
You're gonna think about all the animals that she drove and when they get sick.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Maybe it's because we're just a farming town, but you know, I'm kind of like worms.
Well, I mean, because okay, so she would know about that or wouldn't know about that?
Yeah, tapeworm. There you go, Phil.
Yeah, I mean that's what I was thinking. Is like, do horses or whatever get tapeworms?
Yeah, they do.
Because like she knows about driving wagons, so it's like,
Yeah, horses can totally get tapeworms. It's not a pretty sight.
she's like, yeah, those are still worms.
Okay, but call him a tapeworm then. Like, come on.
It's not as snappy.
I don't think we're really going for optics here.
She'll like give him a sideways glance, like, that's all I have.
Okay. Well, no, it's fine. It's fine. Naming conventions aside. All right. Well, you were saying something about it being a place?
What?
Oh, must have been my coda I heard that from.
Oh no, yeah, there was. I forget who said it. Somebody said something about. I think Marcus said it before when he was okay. That like, or maybe somebody told me Marcus said it.
You guys have been
like,
talking a lot. I don't know who says what anymore.
Yeah. Maldred built a place.
You know, that actually has me thinking that part. Because, you know, with everything you guys said about underground and all the water, what if it's all going to the lake? He waves his hand in front of PB's face.
No, she was like,
hello?
Doesn't water normally go to lake?
I mean, there's lots of different routes, but I mean, I'm just talking about what you found underground. It's the only body of water that I know that's nearby. And none of it's getting into the ground.
Yeah, we kind of didn't figure out where that was going. We went like past it.
Uh-huh. Well, I mean, what if
So,
it's
like,
going to the lake?
it might, but we'd have to be like in the. I don't know if there was anything else. The door was already open when I got there.
We could check it out, right? I mean,
Maybe,
in a little
but
while
she
when
looks at what her
Marcus wakes
sword
up.
should be. It is not there. It's like, maybe later. I'm disarmed.
Oh, my apologies. All right, well,
No, you're good. I just.
here he hands you a book. All right, you look through this, see if there's anything that seems useful. I'm gonna look through this stack here.
Okay. What is the book?
He hands you the weather reports for that year.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can go through that. And before we go back to everybody else, I'm going to call for a quick bathroom break. I'll be right back.
Okie doke.
Mhm.
Okay, I am back.
Eat.
Oh, man. A lot of drama going on right now. Oh, poor Amy. Oh.
I mean, I suppose she's not going to ask right away because Victoria is clearly not like wanting to be, and she was a little bit sassy. So she realizes that probably right now is not a good time to ask again.
Yeah.
He was going to do some sort of weird like, I'll make him leave as soon as possible. I'll make it happen.
Yeah.
But I gotta see the library first.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's quite her vibe.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
take her as like a blackmailer kind of person. Blackmail her into seeing the library.
Okay, just imagine her knocking on the door. You open it, and she's like, it's raining out, and she's like, "Can I have book?"
I can have the book.
Just a little bit of blackmail. Come on. Is any one of you even playing a good character?
Yeah.
Are you being mean to me?
He's mean to all of us today.
I'm not.
It's my
Yes.
character, thank you.
I tried to be just like interested in what you were about, and you just started to be mean to me.
I wasn't mean.
No,
Wait,
Phil's
when
being a
was
little
this stuff
spicy
about
today.
me? What?
He's being spicy, right? Thank you.
What? Oh, what?
You missed it
I was
before. Sorry,
perfectly
Amy.
nice. I just said that not all soups are broth.
Well, that's correct. Some broth. Okay, broth is like empty soup.
Okay, I asked him what kind of soup he had, and he said some stuff in broth.
And that was Phil being spicy.
That was Phil being spicy. And meanwhile, I was just genuinely interested because I love him so much.
Look, the
Uh-huh.
the
Do
the
you
conversation.
never make sarcastic remarks about food? Because half of the time when somebody asks us what we want to eat, we just say food in my family.
No, I wasn't. I wasn't even being spicy because before I could explain what the different stuff was that was in that broth, which was frankly quite a lot, the discussion already devolved, and I was accused of being mean.
Oh.
It
So
was
people
spicy.
did not get more detail than that.
It was spicy coated in a way that was like, it appeared that that was going to be your entire answer.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
it was not.
I thought you were being
I
like,
was taking a breath, and immediately it devolved.
oh,
Mo- most of the time when someone asks what kind of thing, it's
They'll just give the
expected to be like,
title.
oh, this kind of thing.
yeah.
Look, that's the funny thing. To be precise about what kind of soup I had to think for a bit, because to be a little bit less precise was broth with some stuff in it. And then I had to count the stuff that was in it in my head with a breathing break.
Yeah, you just had to be like, okay, yeah, what stuff did I throw into this broth? Because, I mean, that's just kind of what soup is in some places. You're like, what do I have in the cabinets? Oh, that's going in the soup.
So
it
Marcus's
was-
name is being changed to the highest thing that was voted for in the poll.
Wormdred?
Yes.
All right.
That was the point
I'll
of the
have
poll.
Yeah, no, I knew that was the point of the
Wormdred.
poll. I at first I was the only one who voted, and I was like, I have all the power.
You do.
Maltkus? No, wait. Wormkus. Wormdred?
Wormdred.
I thought it was Wormkus because we're
Oh, it was
combining
Wormkus.
aspect of one guy
Yes.
with the aspects of the other guy.
Wormkus.
So if you say Wormdred, that's just combining the aspects of the one guy.
Yeah, Wormkus. There we go. Wormkus. Sorry about that.
Yeah, second place was Maltkus, which I have to stop myself from not saying Malduckus. Because duck.
I was drinking. Don't make me laugh.
I can't see you. I'm sorry.
Oh.
It's like a turducken, only it's instead a Maldred stuffed inside a Malkus.
Oof. Oh, not my favorite for Thanksgiving.
I'm going to have the
that is
bird
what
use
it-
that name. She needs to stop being afraid of him first. Because right now she's still just kind of like, I don't know what to do about this.
No, that's
Fair.
correct.
Fair.
But she wants to. Her usual attitude is a little bit more spicier, and she probably would give him a stupid nickname. It's just she's got to stop being afraid of whatever the hell this Maldred guy is that she doesn't actually know anything about. Because she just got here. She just wanted to go to the library, and the library lady said this had to be fixed first. And then this
Yeah.
is not fixed.
No. No, it's
Also,
not.
this was her rock. So it's just like, this has been a really weird day.
Yeah.
I mean, this has literally been a day, I think.
Yeah, it's been a day. Well, you had a rest.
Okay. In the
I
middle
think-
of in the middle
I think
of
it's been like 2.5 or 3 days that Lenore's been in misery.
Yeah, I think
don't
about that.
know. Did we go into that a grave for more than one day? I'll accept 2. I won't accept anything more than that. I know we had one long rest.
Yeah, it's a kind of damn. This has been a tough week. It's only Tuesday.
Yeah.
Right before you guys went to ghost ladies that gave the sword.
Yeah.
Like, she joined the group at that point. You had just gotten Mr. Dude out of the other dude, Marcus.
No, it was because the well was still open. That's when Lenore showed up.
Yeah.
And Hebe's been on fire 2 times in 3 days, or 3 times in 2 days. So there's that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been like 2.5 days.
But she only rested once in that time period. Like a full rest.
Like
Did we
emotionally,
a full 48 hours?
emotionally, it has been about 3 months. Actually, in game, it has been 2 days.
Yeah.
Yup.
I've got some new Marcus art coming in soon. All right. So the group that is by Maldred, what is your next plan?
Continuing to talk shit.
You got it. We can do that.
This is a plan.
My coda's like, let's gag him and tie him up so he can't cast spells.
I am not able to cast any spells.
Yeah, I don't believe you.
He's looking like, how tall is my Coda?
Like 3 feet, maybe 2.5.
He's looking down because I'm like, Marcus isn't that tall, so like he's just looking down at her like, young lady, do not approach me.
Honestly, at this point, I kind of agree with her because then we don't have to listen to you fucking talk.
It's like, oh, I'm not going to approach you. He is. And then
Oh
it
no!
comes over.
Oh no! You get away from me! Backs up. He backs up,
Yeah,
sits
you're
on
a good
Rudy.
boy.
If you to be tied up, we could just have Angry Rudy take off your arms if you don't want them to be tied.
Clank comes over, like ready to de-arm him again.
Well, I didn't mean that angry person, but I guess that works as long as they're not going to shove another hole through your chest.
Clank slowly puts away the drill.
I think the goal is to leave them in there.
Bro, we cut off arms again?
What was that?
I did a joke where I was like, because it's upstairs, and it was like, upstairs, like, yo, we cutting off arms again? But I was far away.
I literally just heard what you said.
I love it.
But yes, that was beautiful.
Yeah.
And honestly, based on the construction of the time period, I'm sure it wasn't like couldn't hear things. It's just like some wood.
Yeah. Okay, let's get this into the token stamp editor. Blink. Come on, you new worm cuss. That doesn't have quite the same mouth feel for it, but I'll take it. Huh?
So I think Lenore's gonna like do that childlike tug on Veryl's shirt, like, so is this Wormcuss guy like mostly worm? Is there any cuss?
Is there any cuss?
Right now, mostly worm, a little bit of cuss, yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I am not any part worm. Child, are you?
They did it.
You're-
They called you worm. I just repeated. I don't know what you are. I just got here.
Tapeworm.
You like rocks? She's just
I
like
do.
panicking.
I don't like rocks. No, I'm not a fan of rocks.
Why?
They are pretty useless. Oh, she hates him now.
Out of- The earth you walk on, made of rocks.
Oh, you're gonna preach at me. He just looks like bored.
I don't like this version.
I mean, I can start preaching. I have some practice.
He makes like a yapping motion with his hand.
We have gathered here today.
Play with you too. We could have a lot of fun.
We have gathered here today in the name of Helm to watch over this poor soul who has been placed under the power of an asshole who has then been sealed in said poor person's body.
Marcus mimes fake crying.
And Varel just with the most toneless, bored voice basically says a little bit of a sermon.
And Maldron.
Anytime-
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No, I was gonna say Maldron just like mimes everything he's saying, but like making like teasing, like making fun of Varel.
Yeah. Lenore flicks a rock at him. Just like lightly, not meant to damage.
It hits him right in the middle of the face, and he's like, ah, fuck!
And lo, behold, someone has tossed a stone towards the sinner, who, as we have now managed to find out, should have better pursued a career as a mime, which would have been much less creepy overall.
Oh, man, if this is how you treat your prisoners, I think I am better off dead.
Well, that is the intention, to get you to really appreciate the life you have now. For now.
Oh, I very much like the life I have now. He puts his hands on his chest. He's like, I very much like this life that I have right now. This one.
Yeah.
He smacks himself on the chest hard.
Maybe it would be a better idea if we, convinced him that he would rather like being dead. I'm not suggesting torture, though.
I mean, you could just have him keep talking, and maybe I'll be so bored I shoot myself with Victoria's gun.
I don't think you have that.
I'm sure she'll give it to me pretty easily.
I don't think she would trust you.
Then I'll have her shoot me.
I thought it was like, you don't need to die before we find your phylactery.
I mean, it's not like he didn't already try.
Actually, you know what? You guys don't know, do you?
I don't know anything.
Aw. He gives you a sympathetic look, Lenore. I don't have a phylactery.
Okay.
Well, that's a big surprise.
Yeah, no, it's... I mean, I used to. It was okay there. Time passed pretty quickly, honestly. And then...
I'm mostly interested in kind of the social background that you come from. Like, were you kind of socially ostracized as a child or something like that?
No.
I really like to kind of get to know your kind of family background overall. What was your relationship with your mother?
You are not smart enough to psychoanalyze me, sir.
That's why I'm asking.
Should I get a fancy chair for this? I could probably find one.
Not in a prison.
I'd appreciate a fancy chair, to be fair.
Actually, there is one in the warden's office, nor conjured it.
I don't know that, though, so I was mostly just being silly.
Yeah, you guys are lucky. Noir just wants to hang out in the warden's office and is not part of this.
Yeah.
She doesn't care about anything Maldred. She just cares about the box. But,
And
like,
Bells
I mean,
fucking used.
centuries ago, that's so long. I barely even remember back then. I don't think I was ostracized, though. You know, A+ student, gifted child. Top of my class, popular with the ladies. Then I found my
see.
true
You were a
color.
fucking nerd. Gotcha.
he gives Vero like a bitter kind of look for a second.
You really sound like those people who leave ads in newspapers.
What's a newspaper?
A paper with news on it.
He's giving you a blank look.
Can she
old
have
as
some
hell.
extra? Can she have some extra experience for that? Because this was hilarious.
Yeah, she can. Get 20 extra experience points, Lenore. Woohoo!
It's a paper with news on it. Yes.
But like, there's really no other way to explain it. It's just, I mean, it's a different kind of paper than most people use for things. I think maybe it's just easier to get. I don't know. Sometimes people use it as toilet paper. I've certainly never done that before.
He says someone who sounds like they have done that before.
Well, I mean, I'm a bird, so I probably don't really even need to care about it.
Probably not.
Maybe. I don't know.
But I think we should be heading back to Dragonhaven, don't you all?
The fact that you want to go to Dragonhaven concerns me.
I've always wanted to go to Dragonhaven.
Why?
Well, I'll tell you, but it would cost you.
I literally just told you I use newspapers to wipe my ass.
Fair. All right, well, I'm going to conquer it and kill everyone inside.
Yeah. Doesn't sound like a really great idea.
I kind of get that this is some kind of petty attitude that comes from the inability to visit the big city when he was young.
You still trying to psychoanalyze me? I told you, your brain. He
I am not a
gestures with
scholar.
his hands. It's very small.
I
Like,
am not a scholar.
like the amount of empty space in your head must make your voice echo like a church bell.
Yeah, that's actually kind of why I'm good at preaching, because it echoes so well.
Big boomy voice go far.
Big boomy voice go far.
Big boomy voice go far. I appreciate it. Thank you. That is a nice compliment.
My Coda, what are you up to or saying we're doing?
She did not believe Maldred when he said he didn't have a phylactery, so she wants to roll insight on him.
Oh, sure.
That's a 9.
He seems to be telling the truth. Do you want to ask him more about it? What he meant?
She's like, what do you mean you don't have a phylactery? You're a lich, aren't you?
Well, this idiot, and he pounds on his chest again, broke my last one. And a fine team of knuckleheads destroyed my physical body. So, I don't got anywhere else to go. I'm going to stay right here.
Not that you would tell us if you did have an alternate place to go.
He shrugs. You can believe me or you don't have to.
Uh, did you want to go to be at your mistress's side or something, or is she the kind of person that you have first prove your loyalty to for ages and ages and ages for some complicated hurdles to jump across while also solving some weird riddles along the way?
Oh, wow. You really overthink that kind of stuff, don't you? No, no, no. I can return to my lady's side anytime I want. I have done more for her than any other follower. I could live with her literally forever. But where she is
why
right
don't you?
now is not easily accessible. I need to bring her here where it's nice.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Is that the whole purpose of your bullshit?
He's looking at you, Beryl, very strangely right now. And he's got his head tilted to one side. You're good at playing dumb, aren't you?
Honestly, I don't know why you'd want to bring her here. Like, this is really the least likely place I would want to take somebody I really liked. I think you should pick a better date spot.
Another 10 experience points for Lenore.
My coda's like, who's your lady?
Do you want to know?
Yeah.
Look, she's the kind of person, apparently, I'm inferring here, that he is trying to make this place look more like her home.
Oh no. Oh
Yeah,
no
but
no
who
no.
is she?
This
So he can bring her over.
This wasted desolation. This is merely to fuel her so that she can break free. And he puts his hand to his heart and looks as if he's aching, break free of the dreadful prison she was locked in. No, we will conquer much fairer lands. Dragonhaven, for instance. Especially once we kill that dragon. Oh man, his soul. Oh, that's exactly what we need. That'd be the only one we needed, honestly.
Honestly, you also could just get a hobby, settle down somewhere in a distant place where you don't bother anyone.
Oh, that sounds dreadfully dull.
Build a library, occasionally trade with some fellow scholars via, letter contact or something like that. I don't know.
He gestures with 2 fingers to my coda to come closer. I'll tell you your name. Come here. And he leans down a bit, like, but you can't tell the oath. You promise me?
Sure.
All right, but you're the good guy, so if you lie. All right, so
What are you gonna do? Possess me? You're trapped.
no, there's consequences to saying this out loud. So he leans over and he whispers a name in your ear, and it just hearing the name makes you feel cold all over, and you can hear in the distance a flapping of wings, like of some great bird. And he's like, just a little bit, and he tweaks you on your nose.
It's like, don't touch me.
He laughs.
And they're just like, what's your deal with Illustriel? The ghost cat said you're obsessed with her.
Well, I want her soul. Duh. A celestial soul is extremely powerful.
Maybe you're just a man whore.
Oh, that would be nice. But he gestures at his waist. Nothing there no more.
Well, no, you just seem to be going after a lot of women.
He thinks about that for a
Ineffectually.
long moment.
Ineffectually, I might add.
You know, maybe the bird's right. Oh well.
Coda's like, can we gag him now?
Ripley steps over to him. He's like, "Oh, okay, no, not you. Get away from me."
Oh, you mean the bird wants to call him an asshole?
Yeah.
Bollocks.
Bollocks.
Do you want me to do it instead, Mr. Wormkiss?
Rudy goes, Intel.
That word hasn't even been invented yet, except right now.
What is that? What is that again?
Rudy is a celestial spirit. He has knowledge of the future and the past and the present and also different areas of concern.
Rudy made it up.
For those at home who don't know what the word incel means,
Rudy
it
is,
stands for
is the
involuntary
angel of
celibate.
insults.
I forgot it.
I'm sorry, what'd you say to me?
She forgot.
Oh, she forgot. Well, no worries. This has been a PSA.
Well, if you object to Lizard Man doing it, what about Bird Girl?
I don't know. You're awfully short. I know,
Okay.
Yukop's right there.
There's like boxes around. I could stand on them.
Vero steps forward,
Oh, not you.
grabs Wormkus and drags him back over to Ripley. Just do it.
He doesn't have a lot of strength. His legs.
Doesn't get a choice right now.
His legs.
He's not giving anyone else any choices, so I don't think he deserves one.
What does Ripley gag him with, my Coda?
Dirty sock.
My Coda.
No, I know. I was just saying a stupid idea.
Is there any like fabric laying around?
Yeah, there is. There's like some like bandages that they were using on townspeople and such.
Oh, perfect.
So like what I'm guessing you like stuff a bit into his mouth and then wrap the rest around him.
Yeah, she's like, sorry, Marcus, not sorry, Maldred.
He lifts up his hands to pull it off. How do you restrain his hands?
If
Like,
you
does
don't
anyone
take
grab me?
if you don't take your fucking hands away, I will use the bands.
He arches an eyebrow at Verl.
Not in a fun way.
No, not in a fun way. He looks a little worried.
Now take those hands down, and if I have to count, I will start at 1, and then the manners come out.
He lowers his hands, and then he nods.
Does Charlie got some chains laying around here?
Oh, there are shackles, yeah. But Charlie's cuffs are kind of magical. You could ask him for a pair.
Where is he?
You went to another room with Hebe to discuss books. Meanwhile,
Yeah, does my Coda know where that is?
Hebe,
You
are
could
you done?
shout.
Are you done talking about plot stuff with Charlie? Because he'll take the enchantment off the door.
By now it should be, because she's looking at Weatherbook.
Okay, yeah. So if my Coda shouts for Charlie, he'll hear her.
Yeah.
Come on, Mycota.
It's like, jail boy, where are you?
Jail boy.
Mycota, you get 15 experience points. He's
That's
like,
so mean.
Hebe, you didn't hear that, but Charlie looks around like, I think somebody was calling my name. Give me 1 second.
I mean, yeah. You got stuff to do. Go for it. I'm reading a book.
Hold on. Unlock Dandy. Put him over here for now. He's playing cards with Mr. Ruffles. He checks in on Noir. Like, Noir, did you ask for me? No. I'm trying to sleep. Right. Hey, how's everybody over here? What are you all doing here?
We're picking on Wormkiss.
Marcus?
Well, he's not really Marcus, so he's Wormkiss now.
Lenore, the man got horribly injured. I don't think now's the right time.
Maldred's in him.
Again, it's not Marcus.
His eyes widen.
I'm just gonna say, if we don't restrain him, this asshole will make Marcus's body hurt a lot more once we get the asshole out.
Sure. He reaches for his belt and he has a pair of cuffs in his hand. He's like, excuse me, ladies. All right, hold your hands out. Maldred looks over at Beryl.
Hold your damn hands out.
He lifts up both hands, and Charlie cuffs him. His hands like kind of like sag a bit, as if these cuffs weigh a lot more than it looks.
Weren't his hands able to do weird pointy things?
Someone's giving weird feedback on the call. Can you quiet that?
It was his top on the left.
Yeah.
Huh.
I
Weird.
think someone was trying to make a motorcycle explode outside his window.
God, fuck.
Is he home or was he just still outside?
I think he just got home recently, so I don't
I'm
know.
curious as to the explanation of what that was.
Yeah, no. I was like, holy shit, my audio is getting destroyed. Okay, but anyway, never a dull moment. So Charlie cuffed him. He's like, well, where do we put him? In a cell?
I don't know. I guess.
All right, come on. And Marcus is kind of dragged by the cuffs.
I'd say at least try to make it a comfortable one.
Well, yeah, he's still Marcus, right?
The body
Maybe
is.
more like with padding, in case he tries to be stupid.
Well, we'll see.
This is not something to be like, we'll see about.
We'll see.
What is wrong with you?
If he's misbehaving, tell him I've got manners right here.
So Charlie comes back. Like, okay, well, he's locked in, and he looks pretty sorry for himself. So where's Marcus?
Deep down.
Probably in there somewhere.
Well, how do we get him back?
I don't know.
Any one of you a scholar that specializes in how the fuck soul stuff works?
Huh.
No, I'm a little young to have a specialty at this time.
I mean, what about your cleric?
I have no fucking clue where that one went off to.
Huh. He looks over at Mycota. And you?
She's like, I don't know how to do exorcisms.
Well, we can't ask Victoria, because if she found out that that was Maldred in there, she would go nuts.
She
Oh,
Oh,
already
she
knows.
already did.
Oh, and he's intact though. He doesn't have a hole in him.
Yeah.
Verrill gives Charlie a dark look.
What? What did I miss? He's looking at my Coda and Lenore like, what happened? What did I miss?
It was an interesting conversation.
Has anyone checked on Victoria?
No.
Maybe somebody should.
And I vote not me.
Grumpy.
I mean, Victoria, yeah, she could be a bit surly sometimes, but I mean,
I
She's-
can try.
she's been through a lot. Oh, Lenore, thank you. Thank
I'm
you. He
not
takes,
good at, like,
he puts a hand on Lenore's shoulder with immense relief. Thank you so much.
okay.
You're doing this town a great service. Your sacrifice will be remembered.
All right, Lenore.
Maybe I'll get to see the library.
Yeah. Yeah, Lenore, go down to the kitchen where Victoria is.
Where?
Kitchen.
Oh, I see. Over there.
Just right through the
Teleport
wall.
Through the walls.
Yep, right through the wall. She's a bird. That doesn't make sense.
I just skipped steps. Sorry. Here, I'll go walk it carefully.
Just for the video.
There, I walked it.
Victoria is standing facing the hearth. The fire is going, and she's standing much too close to it. Her hands are clenched at her sides. They loosen and clench again. She's got like tear tracks down her cheeks. She hasn't she's not still crying, but she has been.
So, do you want to talk about things, or we could talk about books?
She stares into the fire. How old are you, bird?
It's debated.
Do you know how old I am?
I think you told Verrill that you're like, or no, I think you told somebody you were like 3,000 or something.
I am 333 years old.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
When Maldred came to my city, I was a child. He wormed his way into good graces with my family, with our government, all the while scheming our destruction. My home doesn't have a name anymore because it no longer exists.
It still has a name if you know it.
It's been so long, I've forgotten it.
Like a skill issue.
Fuck. The fuck? I'm taking 10 experience points away.
Negative 10 XP for you.
Okay.
Well, like, were there maps?
They have been changed by now. It's been over 300 years.
Well, like, lots of people keep old maps.
I don't know of any.
Hmm.
If you went there now, there would be no trace of civilization ever having been there.
Not even like the remains of anything?
No. Everything burned. The stone melted.
Oh.
I took my brother Victor. I brought him here. It was a nice small town and no one knew us. And I raised him on my own. And then he showed up here. As if he was following me. And he ruined this town too.
He doesn't want to stay here either.
Oh, he's got other towns to ruin, I bet. Cities, countries even. All for his stupid queen.
Yeah. But he said he could go be with her right now. I don't know why he doesn't want to just do that.
Probably because she is locked in the infernal plane.
But if he's just gonna make stuff destroyed here, what's the difference between that destroyed and this destroyed?
She half turns and holds her hand out, and she creates a minor illusion in her hand. It's of a little seed, and it sprouts a flower. This is the material plane. Even when you destroy part of it, there's still new growth. The fields where my home was are very lovely. A specific type of violets grows there. It is still filled with life. She closes her hand again and the flower disappears.
Yeah, but if it's like the infernal plane is just all bad stuff, why wouldn't they want to keep the good stuff? Why are they destroying it? That's what I don't understand.
She is stuck there until she is strong enough to break free. So they must ruin part of this plane. And then they'll keep the rest of it for themselves, I guess. Once she is free from that place. Little birds, why do you want to know such heavy things?
I'm not stranger to heavy things. It also just, just the stories of things and knowing why.
Knowing why. I see. From your perspective, that makes sense. But from my point of view, I wish I could forget.
I can understand that too.
I think I should leave Misery. Go see how my brother is doing. I haven't visited him in a very long time.
Where is he go? Where's he at?
He's in Dragonhaven. He runs a bar.
Well, that would pose a problem if you were trying to avoid a certain someone.
Is that bringing him to Dragonhaven?
Well, that's where Marcus wanted to go. It's also where Maldred wants to go.
Well, if Maldred wants to go there, don't bring him there.
I don't know where else we would put him.
Dig a hole 6 feet deep, lock him in an iron box, and bury it where no one can hear him scream.
He would suffocate.
Good.
No, because then there'd just be another person.
No, his lady will keep him alive, and he can stay down there for centuries, suffocating over and over again. It's beautiful. I love it.
That doesn't fix the Marcus problem, though.
What is one life when compared to millions?
It's a weird balance.
Me and my brother is the only ones that survived my place where I lived. If I could reverse that and make it so that we were the only ones that died, I would do it.
And I think that's kind of what Marcus was doing, I guess. I didn't really see what was going on. But how does anybody get to make that choice?
Oh, if that was the choice that Marcus made, then I can respect him for that.
The problem is, with as much as his spine is butchered, would be an issue to him for staying alive. And that's kind of a necessary component.
Well, he's not in danger of dying, but he will not be able to walk. No, without assistance. Which is good.
He would
because
be a caretaker. It's still a physical body that will starve.
Look, I'm not saying that Marcus deserves it. I just don't see another choice.
They were talking about a phylactery. He said he doesn't have one, though.
I'm not sure. I don't know much about necromantic arts. I would think that in order for him to be in his incorporeal form, there must be either a phylactery or a body somewhere to keep him tethered.
He said everything was destroyed. The body was destroyed, and the thing that he was in was also destroyed. And that's why he wants to stay in Marcus.
I don't think you should have told that to me. And out of respect, I will pretend that you didn't.
I don't think he's telling the truth.
What does he have to gain by lying?
To get you to kill him. He said that he could get that to happen if we had Varel preach at him anymore.
I think he might have been joking. I've heard Vel preach. It's enough to put someone to sleep.
I mean, yeah, but I don't know that he's being honest. So I definitely wouldn't rely on it and go, like, blow his brains out and then risk him being even more of a hazard to your town.
Fair. Who knows what tricks he has up his sleeve?
Yeah, I don't know. And I don't know if there's just something else that he could be using that he just, that hasn't been revealed yet. Is there anything that could talk about that? Like, he's been around for a while, so I guess somebody might know stuff or wrote down stuff.
Well, my could went through all of the books that I had at the library. But, I mean, you're pretty smart. You may find something that she did not. I could take you there.
Okay,
Okay.
that probably seems like a good idea.
Okay. So then I'll have you guys go to the library. And
So change my name.
Philip.
It's like the thing. That's the thing you talk about, like parrots with.
Clever bird.
Yeah.
Phil is funny like that.
Am I though?
I moved you over here, Lenore, so you guys could do some reading. I'm gonna
What's
zoom.
Snapple?
What's what?
Veril said, or Phil said, in German we call that Schnapsel.
Ask him. Yeah. What is...
Schnapszahl.
From what I
Um,
gather, a number that repeats the same digit.
Yep.
333.
Yeah, that's how old she
Okay.
is.
Oh, okay. I didn't. Yeah, I was trying to figure out what you were saying that about. I was like, is that like one of those weird German emotions that only exist in German?
Oh, there are a few of those.
A few. I think most of them like were created by Freud or something. I don't know. There's just too many of them.
No.
I wouldn't give him that much credit. Also, I don't think
I
he was
wouldn't.
German.
He was an Austrian.
Oh,
Yeah.
he was Austrian, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, perfectly fine. We have plenty of Austrian people in history that were very influential in German history.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I remember my history correctly.
All right.
I think I know of
Ekov,
another one.
since you've now joined us, what do you want to do? You're muted, buddy.
I don't know what to do.
Hi. There you are. Hello. Do you want to talk to any of your friends? It's been a long, awful time.
Maybe.
Are you talking? I can't hear anything.
Can you not hear me?
Okay, now I can hear you. So, do you want to talk to anyone? Do you want to check anything out? I mean, Marcus is locked up over here. If you want to go tease him. Oh, it's the dwarf.
Might I remind you that he is currently gagged?
No, that's what his expression says.
Ah.
Yeah, he's got like bandages stuffed in his mouth and his hands are cuffed in front of him. And they're kind of dangling in a way that makes it look like the cuffs are actually really heavy on him. He's waiting like you got something to say.
Cheeseburger.
He's frowning. Oh, you want to go talk to Hebe? Okay. She's reading a book. He knocks on the door. Hebes. Hebes is knocking on the door.
Oh, sorry, I was muted. To be yep.
Yeah. Ekov, you're allowed to enter.
Oh, hey, Cobb. She says she's reading a book.
Ekov, you would have had time to finish mending her sword by now.
I need to know, how did you break this fucking blade?
I hit a wall. I overswung and hit a wall.
It's stronger than that. I'm not giving away fucking lifetime warranties if they weren't made good. Just don't fucking break it again.
I didn't want to. I wanted to cut off cursed hands, but they didn't want to get cut off.
I see that. Next time, I don't know, I buy another sword for me.
Yeah, well, we've been here for like 3 days.
I buy one anyway.
I've been paid in a while to save some
Yeah.
books.
Dandy's playing a game of cards with Mr. Ruffles. Mr. Ruffles is winning.
Skeleton.
It's like, oh, darn, I left my hat off.
You can leave your hat on.
You were fucking weird. Well,
I'm gonna eat some food.
that's about it. I don't know what to do.
Okay. Well, wait. You can wait for something to happen. No worries. Maybe somebody will try to uncover your dark, tragic backstory. That'll be cool.
That'd be a shame.
Charlie looks at Mycota and at Veril. So what are you guys doing next? Are you really going back to Dragonhaven?
Honestly, right now it sounds like there's some bullshit still going on in Misery, so I'd prefer if we dealt with that first.
I was thinking about that. I was talking to Hebe about it earlier. I think you guys should check out the lake.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, after you've properly rested and get Victoria to look after your gear. She's a damn sight good at enchanting.
Uh-huh.
Ekov, you saying anything else to Marcus here? Or Maldred? You gonna try to get Marcus out?
Maybe after. They're in a thing right now.
Okay. Were they having a staring contest?
I mean, like the party, like other people were talking. I don't know, we're up.
Oh, okay. Sure. I'll head back over to them. Alright. So, yeah. Yeah, with what you guys were telling me, with the way the water was flowing into the cave and everything, I mean, all those bodies being washed into the lake, that can't be good, right? If they're looking for souls? He's looking from Mycota to Veril to Mycota, occasionally to Ripley. Ripley just shrugs.
I'm honestly mostly concerned about those bodies rising.
You mean the undead, right?
Yes.
That's my main concern as well. Lenore, unhand me.
Trying to drag the page.
My coda says Maldred's victims' journals mentioned the lake quite a bit, so you might be onto something.
Good. Well, I mean, would you like it if I accompanied you guys? I mean, of course, after Victoria gets to your equipment. He's looking at Verl's armor.
What do you mean Victoria needs to look after our equipment?
So she could do the... He wiggles his fingers. Enchanty stuff. Make him sturdier.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, she can do that. And you guys saved her life, I'm sure. Oh no. Where did you get that? Charlie looks at Ekov.
The glaive is enchanted,
Where's my pocket?
and the ghostly paladins of Saloon thought it fit to bestow me with a fucking sword.
What about your armor? He's looking at the deep scratches in it.
I got it. Nobody needs any magic bullshit. All bloody hard work. Put your back into it. For Torah 50.
Do you have a forge?
Yep.
Oh, you do?
Here in town as well?
I could do it better.
Can you, I don't know, make it explode undead?
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
I'll get crazy. I'll make you like a big pair of scissors.
Honestly, right now I think I'm alright in the weapons department. Maybe
he gets so tiny.
Shield. I could use a shield or something.
Well, I mean, if you're dead set on Victoria not enchanting your stuff, then yeah, I mean, there is a forge in town.
Veril points at his glaive that is kind of in a harness on his back, and at the sword. Those two are already enchanted. So what else do I need?
I'll put a sword.
Charlie is like, I mean, yeah. I suppose.
I mean, a shield could help.
The shield, yeah, for a paladin such as yourself,
make one.
yes. Though I would say, where did your cleric friend go? Because I would bring him to the lake.
I'm not sure if you were the one who already asked that, or if that was somebody else. And I have an answer to that, but it's really unsatisfying.
Oh. I guess
the answer is I don't fucking know.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that is unsatisfying, actually. All right, well.
I want you. Ekov, you keep darting around like you want something to do.
Oh, God. You shove this right into his face, and he's like, "Oh, thank you." He waves at you as you walk past, and he looks at the burger. He's like, "Well, I mean, I'm not gonna let it go to waste."
I have no fucking idea.
He just starts eating it, and he talks with his mouth full.
It could be poisoned, but it likely is not.
No, I trust you, Kov. So, like, what I'm saying is, if we're gonna fight more undead, and he's chewing now, I think your cleric friend would be best to bring with you. So if you know how to contact him, I would do that. He's just continuing to eat the burger.
I can try to scream really loud.
Does she usually listen to that?
Look, I know this guy for a few minutes from yesterday.
Oh, well, the way you two are getting along, it sounded like you've known each other for years.
Yeah, sometimes you meet a person and it's kind of you're on something like we have a similar goal, similar opinions about stuff, and there's not much faffing about. We just do the thing.
Charlie nods. Maybe because you're both
yeah.
so old.
I appreciate it, kid. I really appreciate it.
I'm gonna go check on Hebe.
You do that. She's double your age. No.
He pets Squawk as he passes. So did you Hey Hebe, did you learn anything? He goes over and he gives ads scritches.
Yes, pet the cabbie, pet the cabbie.
Boink.
I don't know, did I?
Roll investigation.
Okie dokie. Here we go.
Yeah.
Back at it again.
Squawk is
Krispy
done with his
Kreme.
jelly donut. Ooh.
16.
Okay. So not strictly weather related, but in with the weather reports, you find that farmers were reporting strange things around the time Maldred showed up, where like their cows were dying.
After or before?
After.
I mean, it makes sense that it'd be there, but it's not that much out of the ordinary considering what happened after.
What? So, like, Charlie pulls the other half of a hamburger out of his pocket and continues to eat it. I told your friends they should probably go over by the lake.
Yeah, you mentioned that. She's thinking about it. Do we know if they can swim?
What?
I don't think I ever asked them if they can swim. It never came up.
Oh, your friends? I don't think the bird can swim.
Yeah, I just met her, yesterday?
Has it been only yesterday? He stares off into the middle distance.
Maybe it was a day or two. I don't know. I was on fire 3 times in 2 days. So
He takes a bite of his sandwich. Wow, that's rough.
basically, I met her yesterday.
Why were you on fire?
Trying to fight dead stuff that was moving. Coming from the bad place. Out of a portal.
What? He arches one eyebrow like,
Remember the house on the hill and the thing coming out of the well?
No. Oh.
Okay.
Oh, the skeletons?
Yeah, that.
Oh. Is the house on the hill the bad place?
Oh, no. The bad place is like an alternate reality that looks like real stuff, but it's got then she puts her arms out and hangs her elbows down at 90-degree angles. It's got weirdos in it.
He's just giving her a very
weird leggy things like this, and they're like, it's real creepy.
He's giving her an understanding, but confused look. Like somewhere between those two things. Like he understands that she means what she's saying, but he also doesn't understand what she's saying.
Oh, what did they call it? The astral something?
The astral plane. You've been on the astral plane?
Briefly. And then one more time when Ekov was in a hole in the world and went in there. And we were like, come on, it's time to go. And then we went.
He shoves the rest of the hamburger into his mouth and just dusts off his hands. Well, that's, I don't know why you're still alive. That place would have sucked all of your life force completely out of you if you weren't shielded.
I was on fire and the cabbie came with me, so who knows? Also, the cabbie can talk there.
He reaches up and pets Ads. Oh, good girl.
Yeah, they talk there, and it's weird, and their eyes glow, and I think it's a different person talking for them.
He's looking up at Ads, and Ads is kind of like peering her head upside down, looking into his face. I don't know. There does not seem to be any thought behind those eyes.
You'd think that, and yet they can get anywhere they want to.
He gives her like a piece of the hamburger bun, and she just eats it.
Also, they do that.
Huh. Well.
But yeah, I still don't. Oh, I do. And then she remembers half sword, but it's still not magic.
Oh, Victoria can do that for you.
Yeah, that's what I was waiting for.
Oh, well, I'm sure she'll be feeling better in a bit. She had a moment. From what I heard.
Pause. You think she's okay?
She's strong. Resilient.
But not invulnerable.
I mean, who is?
Nobody.
Right. So I'm going to cut here. Lenore, when you and Victoria left the jail, it was sunny out. And the sky was blue, and there was a pleasant breeze wafting over everything. Victoria is just looking up at the sky, like shielding the sun from her eyes with her hand. Like, what is this? Is this
the sunlight?
Marcus has cursed this town for 300 years. We've never had a sunny day. Maldred, thank you. Yeah, Marcus. We've never had a sunny day.
Well, I guess maybe the power is limited.
Could it be because he is sealed?
That would make sense. He's just kind of all trapped in there. He can't do anything outside of whatever that body can do.
Huh. This is nice. This is very nice. Well, let me unlock the library. And then she unlocks the door and she's like, so the books for the town that will be downstairs.
And that will include some stuff about like the kind of beginning of Maldred's time here.
We have diary entries from that period of time, yes.
Okay.
Okay. So there we go. Here you are, Lenore.
All right.
Yes.
So I'm gonna, I guess, look through some stuff. Because I'm a sage, I technically have the ability to know where information is. I don't know if that really applies to this situation. It's just
Okay.
what my sheet says.
I think, yeah. I think you'd be able to best at honing in what information you're looking for, yeah.
It says you frequently know where to find information concerning lore.
Yeah. So you look around these stacks and you're like, oh, okay, this is arranged in a way that I'm familiar with. They use the Dewey Decimal System here. All right, so... And
so...
It looks like Victoria keeps a tight ship, though she is cursing that a few books are on the floor.
Oh, I'm sure, like, if I see stuff on the floor, I'm just gonna, like, pick it up and just put it back where it goes.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, like, what I do.
She unlocks this door here as well and enters this room. And she's checking on books that...
Was that label always there?
Huh? That label has been there since the party came here, yes.
Okay.
I didn't put that label there, though.
Yeah, does it mean, like, was it really, like, a special room, though?
This is a room for cursed books.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was trying to get at, yeah.
Yes, yes. Whoever wrote that had a sense of humor.
So, more than likely, anything townspeople would know would be in the main room that I'm in.
Yes.
But
roll me investigation with advantage due to your sage background.
Okay. How do I? Okay, dice. And then this is, you said insight with advantage?
Investigation with advantage.
Investigation, sorry. I forgot the word.
You're fine.
Can I history instead?
History would be as implying that you've been to this library before and you're trying to recall information about the library.
Okay, that's fine. Yep, we'll do investigation. I was just wondering. That's a 1, and then I get advantage, and then I press the 20. Oh boy.
No, 10. It was not a hard DC. So yes, you stack up some books. You can bring them upstairs and sit at one of the chairs, or you can just plop down in the corner on the floor and start reading.
Why take the trouble of lugging them away? I'm just going to plop down right where they're at.
Got it. All right. So I'm going to get back to you after you've done some reading. The other party's pigs are still out in the town square. Anyway.
All right. Mycota, what are you up to? What are you and Ripley going to do?
She's gonna go look for the dwarf.
Ah, Ekov.
Yeah.
He's eating a cheeseburger in front of Marcus, probably in some kind of taunting maneuver.
You don't know that.
She's like, oh, I approve of this. She's like, can I get an anti-possession tattoo?
I thought you'd never ask.
He just drops the burger on the floor. Oh. He can't eat it. His mouth is covered. It just sits there.
He's just bullying.
Yeah. It just sits on the floor and he's just glaring at the both of you. You guys are bullying a nerd.
Alright, what kind of tattoo you want?
She's like, I just don't want to be possessed.
Moradin?
I mean, do you want to make it look cool? Do you want anything special?
I trust your artistic inspiration.
Clearly, you don't know me well enough.
Oh.
Where do you want the tattoo, my Coda?
He can put it on her arm.
Oh. Is that the gun? Is that the tattoo gun?
It's a fence, but it works.
Yeah, it does. It does. So, okay, you guys are working on that. That's good. Oh, that'll take you a few minutes. Beryl, it's just you and Clank over here, buddy.
Finally, some peace and fucking quiet.
Yeah, Clank's not talking.
Eventually. People get restored to their bodies. Eventually, the work is done. Eventually, we deal with this bullshit.
Ripley is doing like curls.
Please, Helm, give me the patience and the energy to see this through. And if you're listening, Saloon, I am thankful for the support.
And then sword glows ever so slightly and then fades back. Beryl, did you want to talk to anyone?
I think Varel has done a lot of talking in the last few bits, so he might just actually sit down here in the cell.
Okay. Clank will keep watch. Those two are doing that. Hebe and Charlie. Alright, Hebes, what else you got? Also, Hebe, why is your icon a oil drum?
It's a barrel.
That's an oil drum, but okay. Go off, I guess.
It was the only barrel we had.
Oh, okay.
It looks like those things that in video games you shoot them and they explode.
Yeah, oil drums. Alright, we are at 10 o'clock. Do you guys want to pick up next time where you are heading to the lake when we have hopefully a full party?
Mm-hmm.
We can, yeah.
Okay. All right then. Is there anything anybody else wants to do before I call it here? Lenore, I'll message you outside of game for what you learn in the books that you're reading.
Okay.
And anybody else?
I mean, just the point. I don't want to take too much time,
Sure.
but I was thinking if we could cross-reference the stuff that was happening in the weather book. Like, I'm sure it's known, but maybe it'll coincide with certain other things that'll make things make sense.
So what do you want to particularly cross-reference? Like the
I want to
cloudy
take the
days?
almanac to the library and see if there's other things that I can,
Okay.
like, if there's a bigger pattern.
All right, so then I'll take you and Charlie over to the library. Oh, not the books. Let's see. Also, when you step outside, it's a pleasant sunny day. Marcus is blinking, not Marcus, Charlie's blinking. He's like, I have never seen the sunshine here. Huh.
It's like, and she has like a moment. So is summer significant to a certain big sunny person?
Like a deity?
Yeah.
I mean, Summer? He strokes his chin.
Hebe does. That wasn't Hebe. That was me asking you. It was like, can I roll something for that?
Well, it's something Hebe wouldn't know, and it would be something Charlie knows. If you want to role play it.
Sure.
Well,
Hey, so about that cold summer that I thought was nothing.
yeah.
Maybe it was something.
Oh,
She looked up.
Palor's symbol is the sun.
Like, yeah. The like side to the ship. Also, what's the brain space like? Because it was empty before.
Brain space is kind of full now. You're getting more radio static than you used to. It can now get into misery.
Any pending messages?
Oh, you've got 110 voicemails waiting for you.
Oh, yeah, that meant something.
You have 111 voicemails waiting for you.
Voicemails?
Hebe's like, hold on, I gotta check these. Presses her finger into her temple, and you just see like static in her eyes.
Yeah, okay, this is important, and then this happened, and she points to the thing about the cattle.
Huh. Well, I mean,
it's this one makes sense, but, and then she points to the summer report.
well, we can look through the farmer's almanacs that time, see if anything else was reported during that.
Yeah, this.
Okay. All right. I think Victoria keeps those. He's like looking around. Over here.
Hey.
Detach. Adds jumps up onto the shelf, finds a sunbeam, and curls up and goes to sleep.
Something. Yeah, you deserve it, buddy.
Charlie looks for the right ear, and he's like, Oh, here we go. And he pulls out a thin, very old book. He gently places it into Hebe's hands. Now, this was handwritten. The dialect back then was a little odd, so we may have to take some time to translate it, so to speak.
Okay, she's gonna open it slowly.
Yeah.
Look at the first page.
So the first page starts in January, when they're in their like cold snap, and it's common, but it's got a lot of farmer jargon that Hebe isn't familiar with.
This is correct.
Yes. And then there's like barometric pressure and other kinds of things that you saw from the weather stuff, but this is like important to farmers. Yes.
So it's an almanac.
It's an almanac. I can message you with what you find out in that as well.
Okay.
Okay. Does anybody else have anything else?
Squawk's gonna go hang out with Ruffles.
Dandy deals him in. Squawk doesn't know how to play, but he tries his best. Squawk is winning.
Yeah. Beautiful. I love it.
And anything Veril wants to do before we end session?
I think Veril is in a good space right now.
No, he's not.
Well, not
No.
emotionally, but
Yeah.
physically.
Everybody's getting healed up and resting. Makoto, you have a fancy new tattoo.
Do you give Ecov a tip? Come on.
He can have a bone.
There you go. She gives you one of her prized possessions, a bone.
What the fuck am I gonna do with this?
It's a nice bone. You could carve something pretty decent with it.
I'll give it a chop.
You could do
She's
some
like,
nice
no,
gunflying.
she's like, this is good crafting material.
You know the amount of people I fucking killed?
Marcus is like watching these two talk, and like when she's like, no, this is really good crafting material, he nods.
She's like, you don't have any bone crafters around here? They make a good living where I'm from.
Maldred raises his hand a little. Oh, Ecov, that cell's locked. I mean, it's not locked with a big lock, but it's locked.
Well, let's make it commercial.
Oh, no.
Gently apply the chest for 10 seconds.
Okay. Just gently apply the Jeff for 10 seconds to get through the lock. Got it. You could have asked Charlie, but okay, this is fine. Marcus is looking at you warily. He takes a step back.
You want the cheeseburger?
He shakes his head. His mouth is still covered with bandages.
I'll take him out.
He's like, oh, thank God. I thought I was going to throw up. Oh, it's the dwarf. What is that thing? He's eyeing the cheeseburger.
Just force feed him.
I don't. Thank you. I'm
It's a burger.
No,
Burger.
I am full, thank you. His hands are still cuffed and kind of like dangling, so he can't actually lift them up. So he's just trying to like lean away from you.
Why do you want the most, like, weakest, nerdiest, what other insult could I say about Marcus?
Oh, you're going to hurt his feelings. He can still hear you, you know.
Skinny. A guy at everybody. Didn't you have a fucking, like, I thought you had, like, a cool-ass skeleton body. The fuck happened?
I did have a skeleton body, and some absolute chuckle fucks murdered the fuck out of it, so I'm here now.
Somebody killed you? Besides us, someone actually killed you. You must suck.
He just narrows his eyes, and they're just two slits.
Look, I'd understand it if it was like me, or like maybe Vero, or like Akona stabbed you, but just some random fucking people.
One of them was from the Order of Bahamut. I got him, though.
What the fuck is that?
The Order of Bahamut?
Oh yeah, I made one of those orders when I picked up these cheeseburgers.
Didn't you live in
Give him,
Dragonhaven?
give him some bonus XP for that.
Yes, 15 bonus experience recap. Did you live in Dragonhaven?
Hell no.
Where are you from, dwarf?
I'd rather not say. But you're gonna do some voodoo shit.
He looks very interested now. Why don't you want to say? You've got a...
I don't like evil.
You remind me of someone. I know that look. It's the one Victoria wears all the time. You've lost your home too, haven't you?
Yeah, but trust me, it's somebody much worse than you.
Worse than me.
Oh no, he'd bite your fucking head off.
I wonder if I would know who it is. What do they look like?
He's blue, like a Smurf. You ever heard of them?
I do not know what a Smurf is, no. Sounds like some kind
They're
of
like
play.
these little gnome guys, but they're blue. I know it's a bad representation, but it's just blue.
Wait,
It's like a blue elf.
wait, no. No, not that. Not that asshole. Are you... Is he around here?
No,
Dwarf,
not
listen
really.
to me. Is he around here?
No.
He looks relieved. He's like, oh, okay, that's good.
Oh, you are scared of him. I fucking knew it.
Listen, there are things like that don't follow any rules. And that thing is one of them. All right?
That's okay. I almost beat him.
Almost, really. He destroyed your home, didn't he? I bet he did it for funsies.
Kinda.
Nah, that asshole.
Who the fuck are you?
I'm not him.
Yeah, you do the same shit. Your goals are basically wearing the same fucking outfit.
Listen, what I do is for purpose. I don't do things just because I can.
To be fair, I mean, they had a purpose too. It's that some of that stupid actions have consequences or unforeseen consequences bullshit.
No. He was pulling your leg with that. He does not give a shit about any of that. He just does whatever he feels like doing and fuck off to everyone else.
And you know him how?
My lady knows of him.
You want to meet him?
No. No. Whatever godforsaken place that he's deciding to torment right now, I'll leave him to it.
I have his number. I can call him over.
That's fine. You know what? I don't think you would. I don't think you'd bring that upon your friends, honestly. That they would all die. Or be tortured into insanity.
But I mean, that's a pretty compelling argument. Maybe I should call him over.
You know what? Fine, do it. Come on. Call him. Call him here right now. What are you, chicken?
I don't got no service.
Oh, what a shame. No service.
I mean, would you leave Marcus?
Why would I do that? No, really, why would I do that? I would die.
I mean, you could possess the cheeseburger.
He kind of like nudges it with his foot. He's like, no, I can't.
I mean, you could possess me.
Oh, no. I'm sure you're lovely, but no.
No, I insist.
No, I'm good where I am, thank you. Especially if you've been tainted by him.
What do you think I'm offering?
No, I'm good. I know your games, dwarf.
Oh yeah, you want to play one?
I am not playing any
What
games
books?
on your table.
Brought my cards with me.
Aren't there visiting hours in prison? Isn't my time done? He looks over at my Coda. Can you get him out of here?
Aqua's like, oh, he can do what he wants as long as he puts the bandages back in your mouth when he's done.
Oh, I will murder you softly, small gnome.
That doesn't sound very threatening.
He backs away from the burger again. I don't know what's in that. I don't trust it.
Cheese, pickles. Bun.
What the fuck is a pickle?
It's it's green.
No wonder he's a weird evil fuck. He hasn't had a cheeseburger with pickles yet.
Oh yeah, that'll fix him.
Have you considered just not killing people?
No, I need their souls to free my lady.
What if I just did it?
What?
Huh?
What? Freed my lady.
No, what if I just sprayed her?
Right. No, yeah, no, of course. Why don't you just go walk to where she's chained on the infernal plane and just free her? Go ahead. I'll wait right here.
I mean, I could pull a couple strings.
Oh, yes, I'm sure you know a lot of influential people in the infernal plane.
All right.
My Coda, Ekov didn't put the bandages back in Wormkiss's mouth. Oh, he remembered. Ekov, you gonna shove the bandages in his mouth? Because he's gonna resist you.
Not cool.
Not cool.
You know, that's small talk.
Just like, Ripley.
Oh no.
He runs over like a dog.
He runs on all fours?
Yeah.
Oh, not that thing again. He kicks the cheeseburger over to Ripley, thinking it might distract him.
He's like, nope.
Uh-huh.
He's a good boy.
You don't have your paladin with you right now. I don't need to listen to you. Ah, Jesus. Oh. Ekov, give me an athletics check to restrain Wormkiss. Just roll higher than a 10.
Both a blessing and a curse.
Just roll higher than a 10. He's feeble and a nerd.
What?
It's strength. I'm sure you have a plus 10. Just don't roll a 1.
I got a 16.
Okay. Yeah. You hold him in place. Ripley comes over and just shoves the bandages in his mouth and then ties them around his face again. And he's like... Ripley goes back over to you. And he makes this pecked stance again because he knows that you enjoy it. Maldred just like slumps down onto the floor and rests his very broken legs. And is that everything? Are we good? He teleports out of there.
I'll be all back.
Why is there a fire?
Oh, Ecom used his sling ring to make a portal. You know, the one he always had.
Oh, okay.
All right, guys. Why don't you guys put your likes, your dislikes, and one improve upon in the chat. Let me know what you thought about the JMRPs because I did a lot of writing. And we will pick this up for our first game in December where we start our Christmas special. I'm looking forward to it.
The Christmas special starts at the lake.
If you make it there.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
All right. I'm going to end the recording now.